And we are indeed back, guys. I have no idea how this is going to go, but I can only say I have a partial idea. Wait a minute, my name is Yuusha and welcome back to Sweetest Monster. Now, this is indeed the second part, and I'm very intrigued about this. Let's just say that the average playtime is around 4 hours to 5 hours. So if I go at it the right way, it could take me 4, maybe 5 parts to finish this game. And I'm pretty keen to find out how exactly this is going to go. So guys, no more questioning about what's going to happen from here. We're going to leave past the last episode because that's the last episode. This is now. So guys, Ikimishouka. I look away, flustered by her forthright honesty, and run a hand through my hair. I already am a typical man with bad feelings, cowed by confessions.
Oh well, you already said thank you. You didn't need to kiss me. Was that also out of gratitude?
Oh, that was me. Was that out of gratitude?
Partially, maybe. It's because I realized something crucial.
What?
Saying thank you wasn't enough. Not after you helped me so much. You helped more than you could ever know.
Her eyes flashed like faulty street lamps, harsh and intense. I could see streaks of bright green pressed up close against my eyelids when I blink, burnt inside my skull.
You almost gave your life to help me. Now I want to return the favor.
Alright, I eye her suspiciously. What do you mean by that? And how are you going to do that? Oh, I just could have kept going a little bit more, but I can't hear. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. This dream, nightmare, hallucination, whatever you want to call it, has become too real. I was playing along until now, waiting until I woke up, but it never happened. I don't think I'll ever wake up. A bizarre fantasy has impeded upon my mundane life, sticking to my skin and chilling my bones. It clings to me, one skinny arm threaded through mine, and stares at me with big, round eyes. Penetrating. Her breasts are small, much like the rest of her body, okay, but they feel soft pressed against my arm. I don't know if she's noticed. Or was that her intention all along? It was her intention. You're going to jail. Her bare arms are exposed to the biting wind, the falling rain, but she doesn't shiver. Her body is cold, but it feels yielding at the same time. For all her talk about being a spirit, a demon, a monster, she looks like a young girl to me. She's so short I could rest my chin against the top of her bobbed black head. She must be around the same height as Melly, give or take a few inches. Oh, hello again.
I want to be with you all the time. I want to help you as you help me. And give you a shoulder to cry on when things get tough. And a smiling face to congratulate you when things go well.
Ah, okay.
I want to be alive without your sacrifice, so I belong to you now. I'm all yours.
I have this feeling she's yandere. Why do I have that feeling? What? What does she mean, all yours? Humans aren't objects any one person can possess, no matter what marriage contracts would have you believe. No, Sally shares my last name on legal documents. She still publishes her translations under her maiden name. Ow. We've been married for almost 2 decades, but we do not belong to one another. I couldn't force Sally to obey me even if I tried, which I haven't, because I like to think that I respect her. I don't know how to feel about that, actually, that you've been married to her for 20 years, and she has your last name on paper, but when it comes to her books, she writes... She only writes her maiden name. Very odd. But respect doesn't count for all that much when neither of us particularly likes one another. Belle isn't a human anyway, she's not even a cat. I don't know what she is. Maybe there are different rules in regards to possession when it comes to non-human entities. If there are, I wouldn't know. I've never met a spirit before.
You heard me. I want to devote myself to you, my entire being. My each and every eyelash belongs to you, and the dirt beneath my fingernails, and the teeny tiny bones inside my toes. I wouldn't be able to appear before you in this body if you hadn't saved me. So I owe you. I owe you a lot. In more ways than one. Without you, I would not even be alive.
Cold wind makes me shiver. I should have worn my coat. I didn't wear my coat. Why are you thinking about your coat now? Okay. I must have been in too much of a hurry. The argument I had with Sally made my blood boil. I needed to escape before I suffocated. The cold air was good for me at first. It cleared my mind. Now I feel uncomfortable. She's standing close. Far too close. She smells of the rain, her hair sticks to her forehead, and her breasts are still pressed up against mine. She's really trying to get to me. It's colder, but I'm starting to feel warm. Uncomfortably so.
Oh.
Belle's green eyes flash, like the coloured bands trapped inside glass marbles.
One more thing. I'm still rather weak. I can maintain a human form, but I can only use it for a short while. Human bodies are difficult to materialize into being, even for spirits such as myself.
So maybe she's going to be turning between a cat and a human. So am I going to sneak Belle in when she's a cat? And then she's going to be in the house? Oh dear, many things can happen with this.
You're so intricate like grandfather clocks. You'd never think it, but inside here?
She taps her chest, but I don't think she's telling me to stare at her breasts. Or little she has. Oh, come on. Even so, that is justice. Rather, she's imploring me to look beyond that, right past her skin, into the workings of her alien, unfamiliar body.
There's so much stuff going on all the time. So many organs and muscles, and so much blood. My whole body is tethered together by cord and wire, run by electrical impulses, neurons firing in the brain. It's very hard to focus on maintaining such a precarious, delicate existence for so long.
God damn it, doing a girl voice really angers me very quickly. Ugh, why? No yawning, Yuusha, no yawning. Do you know what it is? It's because it's now dark, and I have not got the light on. Hold on. Ugh. That should help a little. It's starting to get a bit darker now, even though the clocks have gone forward. In the UK, and it's been pouring down the past few days. It's unbelievable.
It's exhausting. If I let my guard down even for a moment, I'll just disappear into thin air, like a candle being blown out.
I've never heard anybody talk about the human body in such an impassioned way. It's strange, since Belle isn't a human herself. Maybe that's why she's so eager. People always get interested in the unknown. Why else do so many people long for the good old days? We always do it, nostalgically hearkening back to pasts we did not even enjoy at the time. The grass is always greener. Everything becomes more attractive with distance, even the finer workings of the human body. Perhaps, if I was not a human being, I would also find the respiratory system endlessly fascinating. Wasn't being a cat just difficult? They have lots of little bones too.
Being a cat was difficult, but I got used to it. A few decades would do that to you. Being a human, however, is rather new. I need some time.
Okay. You've not assumed a human form before? Even as I ask the question, I feel myself wince. My left eye twitches. I must sound like such a fool. This isn't the kind of thing I should say. This discourse has no place in civilized conversation. It's the kind of fanciful dialogue that might exist in a young adult novel or a TV show. But in real life? My life? Not a chance. But I still ask all the same, and Belle responds in turn. She doesn't even blink.
Of course I have. How else would I know how to speak? It all comes with practice.
Like riding a bike?
Yep, once you've done it, you don't forget. But it's been a while.
Define a while.
I can't. Spirits live longer than humans, so my perception of time is a bit off. But if you had
to guess?
I don't know, the last time I was human was maybe 40 years ago? But I've been alive longer than that. Longer than you can imagine.
Wow, I don't know what to say. Should I turn it into a joke? It might be for the best if I don't want to go insane, presuming I haven't already. I don't know if I feel comfortable about this. I should probably ask my mother for permission before I start chatting to such an old lady. Oh, ouch. She didn't kill you though. Belle giggles and swats at me playfully like a cat at a bird's carcass. I see she wasn't lying when she said she's been a cat for so long. I'm surprised she hasn't tried to lick me yet. Or herself. It's probably next. That would be a different visual novel altogether.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I can feel myself getting faint. I might have to take my leave soon. But this won't be the last time you'll see me. I'll make sure of that.
With that cheery exclamation, Belle stands on her tiptoes and plants a small kiss on the tip of my nose. The gesture is unexpected and strangely sweet. I stare at her stupidly.
Alright, Robin. I'll see you soon. Much, much sooner than you may think.
I'm not sure if I should take that as a threat or not. That was with the hee-hee. She isn't a cute schoolgirl no matter how hard she's trying. She isn't even a girl at all, she's a spirit. Something vague and unfixed like a breath of air. This is basically like Sakura Shrine Girls a little bit, like minus the ecchi, but if it was much darker themed and I was older. Near enough with the sort of cat girl ideal. It's like a role reversal of sorts, I guess. Do spirits have genders? Did she assume a female form as an act of whimsy, a silly joke? I wonder. That's an interesting way to put it, but I don't have the time to ask. I blinked once, twice, and Bella's already vanished, her back melting into the surrounding darkness. I collapse against the railings of the bridge, sapped to strength. Wow. The iron bars are cool against my back, but my face feels hot. My nose tingles. I can still feel her lips pressed against it. That soft and girlish kiss. I hold one hand against my nose gingerly as I thought it belonged to somebody else, a different man. A better man, perhaps, whose wife still loves him, and whose daughter does not hide in her room every time he comes back home. Why am I thinking about Melly now? About Sally? Maybe it's guilt. It's because deep down inside, though I tried to tell myself otherwise, I'm happy such a pretty young girl kissed me. Of course I am. Well, any older man, or older woman, if they were kissed by somebody younger than them, that would be seen as a godsend. I'm not lying to you, alright? That is actually considered a godsend. Because it's the idea that somebody younger than you finds you attractive. I just hope that they're actually of age, first off. But you get what I mean. If, say, like, there was a 32-year-old man being giving a kiss to a 53-year-old lady, she would be bloody happy. Or if it was even a tomboy that liked old ladies, they would be really, really happy. Because it gives them the feeling that they're still attractive. It's the same for men. That's how it is. Of course I am. Despite the falling rain, her body really was warm. I thought it was cold. Hold on. When I returned home, chilled from the wind, and so... Wait, what time are we in, by the way? I don't even know what timeline this is because of the houses now. When I returned home, chilled from the wind and soggy with rain, I discovered the lights in the house are off. Sally must be asleep. I'm not sure about Melly. For all I know, she could be curled up in her bedroom, curtains drawn, reading a book, or searching the net with her old laptop. Okay, it's recent years. Maybe she's just sitting there staring at the ceiling, cursing me silently. I have no idea. I really don't know that much about Melly, do I? How on earth did we become so estranged? We're father and daughter. She's my flesh and blood. She might as well be a stranger. I wish I could shrug it off with an oh well, and sometimes I can, but it feels far too pressing right now. Far too depressing, more like, yeah. I open the front door and step inside, closing it behind me with a soft click. I don't want to wake anybody up. I even tried to stifle the jingling of my keys, though I doubt that small sound would be enough to arouse anyone. I'm just trying to be considerate. Some people would call that overcompensating. I lean towards cowardice. I don't want to get drawn into another row. I don't turn the lights on. Instead, I grope my way up the stairs in the dark, on one hand on the wall, the other on the banister. Sally scolds me when I brush against the wall with my fingertips. She says it will stain the paint. Beige paint. The carpet is beige too. Why did we decide to carpet the stairs in beige? It shows every single speck of dirt, no matter how minuscule and tight-lipped Sally has to vacuum each and every step, all 18 of them every other week. Maybe I should feel guilty for not cleaning the house more often, but Sally does work from home. Unlike me, she has more free time. That is true, but it doesn't mean you can't pitch in here and there, which he probably does. He probably does. I don't know. We don't know enough to say anything. Besides, she was the one who decided the colour scheme. If she likes beige so much, she can have it. She's the one who has to deal with it. Interesting view. Okay. Damn, I really am cold, aren't I? To an extent, but then again, your relationship at the moment is... Ooh. So much for trying to be courteous. Why did I bother leaving the lights off? I should have flicked them all on. Then trampled up the stairs in my shoes, stamping on each step for good measure. That would just make it worse. I like to think I'm a decent person, but I'm not always sure I can be pretty selfish at times. At least, Belle likes me. That might be a small consolation if I won't be beginning to doubt whether or not she actually exists. I'm pretty sure she does. That might be a small consolation if I begin... Oh yeah, maybe I've gone insane. Is that where Melly caught it from? It could run in the family. Great Aunt Clarice was definitely a few cards short of a full deck, given she had all those cats. I let myself into my bedroom. No, not my bedroom. Mine and Sally's bedroom. And shrug out of my jacket silently. Sally doesn't stir. I can see her laying underneath the covers, curled up on herself, a lump that rises and falls in the dark. She's lying on the left side of the bed, resolutely facing the wall. Does she still not want to see me? Sally looks younger when she's sleeping. Her blonde hair is loose, free from her bun and falls over her pillow. Across her face, her pyjamas are strangely cute for a woman 1 year shy of 40. A demure white nightgown, like something a student at Mallory Towers might wear. Interesting. All of a sudden, I'm run through with a sharp stabbing sensation. Guilt. I'm sorry for being such a lousy husband, Sally Pally. You deserve better. She doesn't respond. Of course she doesn't. Apologies don't mean all that much when you forget to say them out loud. Oh, next day. May 12th, Wednesday. So it's day 2 now. Uh-oh. And round 2. The breakfast table is quiet the following morning. Shafts of sunlight divide the table in two. Me on one side, Sally on the other. Melly isn't here. She hardly ever is. I know that, but I still ask. Why isn't Melly here?
You know why.
Sally sighs, setting her newspaper to one side. It crumples, and the face of a UKIP politician splashed across the front cover distorts. It's collapsing in on itself. If you don't know what UKIP is, it is the United Kingdom Independence. It's basically UK independence. That's what it is. In case you don't know. His head collapsing in on itself.
It's because she doesn't want to talk to you.
I feel like she's manipulating the daughter so badly. Oh, what do you guys think? I don't know. I nod, taking another sip of my coffee, try and play it cool. Just discussing the fact that my only daughter probably doesn't love me anymore. Did she already go to school? A nod. Is this the silent treatment? How mature. Melly didn't need to do that. I give her a lift if she wants. Melly's school, St. Catherine's, is only a short walk away from Wheatcroft Juniors. That's probably why Melly refuses to let me drive her there in the first place. Oh, the piano place. Right. Having a primary school teacher as a father. Not just any primary school teacher, but a music teacher. It must be embarrassing. Especially when I had the pleasure of teaching most of her school friends only a few years ago. Come on. Not that Melly has any friends if she does. I've certainly never met them.
Melly doesn't like asking for favours. She keeps herself to herself.
Especially when I'm around.
Yeah, I can't really blame her for that.
Yep, she's doing something with the daughter. Oh, that stings. Isn't it a little too early in the morning for caustic moments?
I apologise. I'll try to rein my acid tongue in until at least 5:30 in the afternoon.
Thank you, it'd be appreciated. This is such a toxic relationship. Oh my god. This is quite sad. Thank you, it would be appreciated. I laughed dryly and set my mug of coffee down on its coaster. Sally always gets mad when I forget to use one. Depressing though it may seem, today's a normal day. Sally and I at the table, embalmed in our own respective silences. It's been like this for a good year or so. There's no reason why it shouldn't be like this now, even though the events of last night were so fantastical, they may as well have been a dream. Perhaps they were a dream. Nothing seems to have changed. I get to my feet, depositing the cup by the sink. My keys jingle in my pocket. I'll be going then.
Have a good day.
Sally's looking at the newspaper again, holding it in both hands, so the broadsheet threatens to swallow her whole. So she's not even going to look at me. She doesn't look back at me. Yep. How cruel. What if I got into an accident on the way to work? What if I died? About 5 people die on the roads every day in Britain. Those are indisputable facts. More than that, thank you. I know that's a fact. However, there are a lot of traffic accidents. Sooner or later, we'll be having more than Russia. I could be one of those statistics someday. But Sally doesn't seem to care. Maybe she'd be happier that way. I'm sure Melly would. Oh, wow. This hurts to read. God. As I walk out the front door, shielding my eyes from the intrusive sunshine, I think about Sally. I think about Melly. I think about myself and sigh, a deep, self-pitying sigh. Meeting Belle last night must have been a dream, some form of escapism. I bet most rapidly approaching middle-aged men have fancies about young girls finding them attractive. What other purpose do those raunchy calendars with half-naked women have not to stroke egos? Okay, that's pretty amusing actually. Sally always says men are disgusting. I must be too, having a dream like that. Damn, she sounds like one of those third wave feminists. I respect real feminists. At least I don't like Marmite. Oh, come on! I like Sally now. Marmite really is disgusting. A debate about Marmite in a game. Oh, wow. I never thought I'd see the day, but I have. If you don't know what Marmite is, it's basically like a yeast extract spread that is used, well, it can be used for a few things. I used to eat it a lot with like ham and Marmite sandwiches or ham and Marmite on toast. I kind of like it. I used to eat it a lot when I was a kid, but I don't eat it so much as an adult now because as the motto, love it, hate it, just don't forget it. And to be honest, it's hard to forget it anyway once you taste it. I tried to actually ask Lost Paws if he had ever tried Marmite, and everyone around me, other than Lost Paws, he was like, what's Marmite? And everyone's like, no, don't tell Noble to try Marmite, please. I just remembered about that. I was probably the only one there that liked Marmite. The only person at Con. Thinking about it, Con's actually not far away now. Exposed to the light of day, my hazy recollections of some 10 hours past are distorted. I can hardly remember what the girl looked like, other than those eyes. Those bright, burning eyes. I shake my head. It never happened. It was just a delusion, a dream of better things. Beyond my humdrum job and arguments with my wife, I should be old enough now to know better. I should be, but that doesn't mean I am. Well, of course you'd have little thoughts about it, I guess. Like the morning, the day passes without event. My near full group after lunch were particularly obnoxious, and Heather Chambers just ended up in tears after Cody Bamber made a disparaging comment about her mother, something along the lines of her being a prostitute, but that was fairly standard. You get used to stuff like that when you've been a teacher long enough. It desensitizes you. Oof, plenty of things can desensitize you, to be honest. I'm quite desensitized to quite a number of things, to the point where most things don't bother me so much. Like sometimes, even though I do get worked up, it doesn't really I'm just desensitized to it, like why? That's just me, never mind. I did feel a bit sorry for Heather though. She's a sweet kid and she doesn't deserve it. I think it must be her red hair. It makes her an easy target. Ah, the ginger, yep. There was an old game that used to be around in the UK called Knockdown Ginger. Don't know if people still do it. Where do kids even pick up such vulgar language? They're only 9. I didn't go around calling my classmates mothers prozzies when I was a kid. I was outside playing with my model airplanes. I blame the internet. Of course I do. I'm getting old. That's what all old people do. I wouldn't entirely blame the internet. I could also blame TV as well. TV can be a major contributor to that if they're on late night TV as well. The evening passes in a similar fashion, dull, monstrous and completely predictable. I see Melly for all of 10 minutes when we sit at the dinner table for an awkward meal. Sally tries her best to instigate conversation, but Melly keeps her head bowed, half submerged in the oversized folds of her hoodie, and replies with vague ums and ums. She looks tired and keeps rubbing her eyes. I worry she'll pitch forwards and end up face first in her mashed potatoes. That's interesting. Why is she so tired? I hope she's getting enough sleep at night. That's what she has the melatonin for. John Fowler said it would help. Not that I trust Joan Fowler. She's on medication to help her sleep? Wow. Wow. It starts to get dark. I find myself sitting in the living room with Sally staring at some insipid show on TV without really watching it. Sally and I sit together, but we don't talk. We hardly ever talk, not unless we have something to complain about. How did this happen? How did we let this happen? Or maybe it's not a case of letting. Maybe this is what awaits all marriages somewhere along the line. That halcyon honeymoon period followed by disappointment, diffidence, and gradual decay. The thought is so depressing, it's enough to rouse me from my sleepy stupor. My subconscious shifts guiltily. I know I shouldn't, but I keep thinking about her. Was I so desperate for something, anything to save me from this rut, that I started hallucinating? No, it's definitely not a hallucination. There's just no way Great Aunt Clarice's cat could really be a cute girl. No way. Am I going crazy? Is this what having a midlife crisis feels like? If that's a midlife crisis, that's going to be troublesome. Hey, Sal. She makes a small noise registering my words, but she doesn't reply. Not properly. Am I that undeserving of her attention? That stings, little Sal. Gonna make a coffee. You on? Oh, sure. Milk and sugar, right? She nods. Been married to her long enough that I don't need to double check, but I do it all the same. I feel like I have to. Well, it's like an obligation. I do the same, out of habit. Suddenly, terrifyingly, she feels like a complete stranger. Sally might be my wife, my Sally Pally, but how well do I really know her? I know that she giggles like a kid on helium when you prod her belly button, and I know she has a mole on the underside of her right foot. What? What? She has a mole on the underside of her right foot? That's a different place to have a mole. I know Spice Food makes her nose run, and I know she saw Grease 6 times when it came out in the cinema when she was a girl. And I know she makes the white sauce for our Christmas puddings, a secret recipe she guards jealously from the rest of our family. I know she takes her coffee with milk and sugar, but at the same time I feel like I don't know anything about her at all. You're on about the her now. Right, I'll get it for you in a sec. Thanks. No problem. Our interactions sound casual, completely natural, but it still makes me feel tense. We were having an argument this time yesterday evening about Arabella Waite. Of all people, Arabella sodding Waite. Are we going to pretend that never happened? Maybe that's why Sally's ignoring me. Maybe she's mad at me. Leave her be with it is all I can say. If she's going to soul con like this, let her soul con and make her realise that she's in the wrong about it. Because I do believe Robin on this side. I actually believe him. And to be honest, I feel like Sally is really playing a foul game with their daughter. I honestly feel that. But I can't prove it because I don't know everything yet. Maybe she has nothing to say. Isn't that even worse? Is that how little I mean to her? I rise to my feet and pad into the kitchen. I take out 2 mugs from the cupboard. Sally has a picture of Snorkel Maiden on it. It's one of her favourites. Set them on the counter and start to rifle through the fridge. Houston, we might have a problem. There's no milk. Sally, there's no milk. She doesn't respond. Maybe she can't hear me, though it seems unlikely. I'm a quiet person by nature, but I developed a rather loud shouting voice after working out wheat fields for so long. It's inevitable, really. Kids do that to you. Yes. I've worked with children, and some of them can be quite noisy. My little brother is very noisy, it's that fact as well. But Sally doesn't say a word. I didn't want a cup of coffee that much, but I guess that this small errand will give me something to do. That was the only reason why I went to the kitchen to begin with. So you're trying to find a way to get outside. Got it. To escape. Gonna go to the store and pick some up, is that okay? Still no response. Fucking hell. This is honestly surprising. This is so toxic. I take the silence as confirmation. Close the door to the fridge with a dull thud. Right, I'll be back in 10 minutes. Silence, nothing more, nothing less. Can't say I'm that surprised. Ow. That actually really hurts to watch. Or read even. I walk along by the riverside, my hands jammed into my pockets. My fingers brushed against the cold metal of my keys, strangely reassuring in their chunkiness. At least that's one thing that'll never change. The chill of my house keys against the palm of my hand. The weather's been particularly temperamental lately. It's hot during the days but cold at nights. It just can't make up its mind, trapped between spring and summer. Don't worry, it's summer now and it's been pouring down like a bitch. So, we're still in like winter almost. August even. And it's spring now. That's May for you. I shiver into my jacket, expelling my breath into the chilly air. I could have taken the car, but I fancied a walk. The sound of my footsteps against the pavement is comforting. A little physical exercise never hurts anybody. Even if the cold isn't particularly pleasant, I need to work out. That's what I tell myself, but I know I have ulterior motives. I want to see her again. That girl. Yep, I can see how this is gonna go. A little bit more now, anyway. Come on, Belle, where are you? But she isn't here. The bridge over the river is empty, devoid even of late-night joggers and dog walkers. Come to think of it, I haven't seen a single soul since I started my mini odyssey. Are there no other men out there trying to avoid their wives? The thought makes me feel a bit lonely. I'm a fool. As if she would be out there here at this time. It's late. Good girls should be indoors at this hour doing their homework. Not that she goes to school. I don't know if there are many schools in the area that accept cat spirits. I'll have to ask around. No. I cross the bridge over a heavy heart, trying to set my own melancholia aside. How pathetic. A grown man like me shouldn't be swooning after such a young girl. Especially not a young girl who might be part cat, but it's almost definitely 100% daydream. I thought the fact it was that she was young, not part cat. I think the young part is more of your worries, but then again she did say she was like, she was older, definitely. The wind stirs the leaves in the trees overhead. The water... No yawning. The water beneath the bridge glows beneath the light of the moon. Belle might not be here, but that abandoned shopping trolley is, in all its ghostly glory. Oh yeah, the trolley that's upright. It looks mysterious in the dark, its metal skeleton shimmering in the moonlight. An exotic creature of the deep. I can hear just beyond the soft moan of the wind another sound. dull creak carried on the breeze. I think I know what it is. There's a small park on the opposite side of the river with rusty old equipment. A climbing frame, a slide, a couple of seesaws, a few swings. I used to go there with Melly back when she was a little girl and didn't feel embarrassed about being seen in public with me. I used to push Melly on those swings and they would creak. They needed oiling even back then, and a fresh coat of paint. She would laugh, delighted her bobbed hair fluttering in the breeze. It's different now, of course. She doesn't laugh like she used to. I don't think she could, even if she tried. I pause, overrun with nostalgia. I'm sure it's just a few local kids pissing about, wasting time while their parents worry. But I'm suddenly curious. It wouldn't hurt to take a quick look in the park. Sally won't mind. I doubt I could make our relationship any worse than it already is. Alright. And she's here.
Oh, I was wondering if we run into each other again.
You...
That's right, it's me. In the flesh for a limited period only. Roll up, roll up.
She ceases her swinging, the heel of her right foot pressed against the ground, and tips her head to one side. A playful grin flits across her lips. She looks happy to see me, genuinely happy. Her green eyes, framed by her dark hair, sparkle. I'm not used to people being pleased by my presence. It catches me off guard. I gotta admit that I really do like the music in this game. It's got a nice array of it's got a nice little rhythmic array to it that sort of fits the gloomy atmosphere of the game so far. And this just slightly uplifting in a way as well. It's very nice. She's very good at doing that. Now, what are you doing here at this time? I fold my arms using my best teacher voice. Not that it has much of an effect. She only grins. I need to stop yawning. So tired. Huh?
Huh? A girl can go for a swing in the park, can't she?
She shouldn't at 10 o'clock. It's dark. You don't know what kinds of people could be out there.
Oh my, do you think there are all kinds of scary men who would leap at the chance to ravish a beautiful young thing like me?
I didn't say it in so many words, but I suppose so, yes.
Men like you mean?
I groaned. I think I rather walked into the... Damn it. I'm not going to ravish you. I just wanted to buy some milk.
How disappointing.
Okay. Oh, she pouts her lower lip, jutting out like a misbehaving kid. Her fluffy tail sways in the breeze, the ears protruding from the top of her head twitch. The fact she has ears and a tail to begin with is bizarre, but the overall effect is rather cute. It does raise one or two questions though. I have several questions. Is it safe to have those out in public?
What?
The ears. I gesture towards them and Belle gives them a small prod, as though she's never seen them before in her life. They twitch again.
Oh, you mean these?
Doesn't it go without saying?
Well, it might be a little bit risky, but I'm a girl who loves gambling. If you want to win big risk, risk big. And all that stuff.
What are you hoping to win by wandering around at night with a pair of cat ears sticking out of your head? Bloody hell, the PETA is going to be all over her protecting you.
Oh, I don't know. Your love and affection, maybe?
And how did you know I'd happen to stumble upon you here? Most middle-aged men don't wander around parks in the middle of the night. I'm not going to answer that one. I'm not going to comment. Not unless they want to end up on the front cover of Daily Telegraph, yep. With a widely exaggerated statistic about the prevalence of paedophilia in the Royal UK attached to their names. Sadly, the UK isn't the greatest for paedophilia, let's just say. God damn it. Call me a cynic, but I don't think that would work wonders for my career. I just had a feeling.
I just had a feeling, that's all.
A feeling?
Yep, I find myself drawn by your side no matter where you are or what you do. It's because I love you, darling.
Don't call me that.
Why not?
Because we're out in public and somebody might see us. One of my students, for example.
But I thought you said good girls don't go out this late at night.
They shouldn't know. Not if they know what's good for them.
Then it's no problem. There's nobody to disturb us. Here, have a seat.
Damn it! She pats the empty swing beside her. It swings in the breeze, the rusted chains creaking like something possessed. Who exactly are you? I know, I actually know why. Why mostly? Does she want us out of the relationship with our wife? Most likely. I shake my head. I don't know if that's very safe. If the playground at Wheatfields looked anything like this one, Ofsted would have shut us down quicker than you could say potential lawsuit.
Don't be like that. You might be a bit bigger than me, but I'm sure the swing can handle it.
I'd rather not take that chance. Yeah, I've got a big ass. My life is difficult enough as it is. I don't want to add a broken leg or a fractured spine to the pile of my pre-existing problems. Oh wow, I have medical problems as well? God damn. I really only went out to get that milk. Sally will get mad if I'm not back on time.
Then why did you stop by the park, huh?
She got me there. I pause, rubbing a hand against the back of my neck. She's got me there. She's got me. And she knows she's got me, because the smirk on her face widens. Deadly. Devouring.
Well, if you really can't spare the time to hang out with little old me, it's alright, I understand.
You do? I'm almost sorry to hear her say that, though I was trying to rebuff her advances, making excuses. That's all they were. Excuses. Yeah, I don't want to put pressure on you. It isn't attractive when girls are too needy, but... She gets to her feet, the swing creaks in protest, swaying precariously. Her legs protruding from the bottom of her dress are pale and white, almost dangerously so. If it weren't for the wide smile on her face, I'd think that she was sick. Isn't she cold? Sitting on the swing in such Isn't she cold sitting on the swings in such a thin dress? So I can see her shoulders through the transparent straps. Cat girls really are peculiar. Where have I heard that line before?
I want to come with you. There's something from the store I want to try.
Oh? Why didn't you go buy it then?
Because I don't have any money, duh. I've only been able to assume this form for a few days. I'm hardly in a fit state to apply for jobs, and I don't know what skills I have to offer when I'm still getting used to having opposable thumbs.
She pauses her green irises. This is a hard word. Her green irises. There we go. It's irises because eyes. Okay. Darting to the right.
I guess I could always sell my body. Become a lady of the night. How does that sound?
It sounds unwise.
Are you worried about my chastity, Robin?
I don't know who I'm more worried about, to be honest. You or the client. Okay, that's funny.
Well, it's true I'm no ordinary girl. But you know that already, don't you?
I am well aware of it. Despite her slender stature, her skinny arms, her inquisitive eyes, there's nothing innocent about Belle. Her eyes, set into her pretty little face, are searing. My skin blisters. I shudder. She isn't the kind of person I would want to cross. I don't know the full extent of her powers, and I don't know what she's capable of, but I don't want to find out. I don't know, I kind of want to in another way, but I don't in another. Alright, I guess I could buy you something if you want to come with.
You would? Really?
Her eyes widen with excitement, like a child's, and she claps her hands together. Her ears prick up alert.
That's right.
That's right. Just don't come into the store with me, okay? Somebody might recognize me.
You ashamed of me, huh?
I don't want my wife to find out. It might get a bit complicated. She's gonna find out.
Right, I get it. Don't worry about it.
She beams, give me a quick salute.
I can keep a secret, I promise.
I sigh, my fingers pressed up against the serrated edge of my house keys. It stings. This, whatever this is, shouldn't have to be a secret, technically. I'm not doing anything wrong. I didn't plan to meet Belle out here. I just happened to stumble across her. It's hardly an elite tryst. We're not having an affair. No, we're not. But I know all the same this isn't something I should talk about. Not with anybody. Considering how the wife can be, especially about a client. if it's a random girl I only met 2 days ago, then yes, I can imagine it's going to be very stressful. I can't even explain how I feel about Belle to myself, let alone anybody else. Let alone Sally. Belle was as good as her word. She waited outside the door obediently when I went inside, like a puppy collared to a bollard. Her request was also humble, much to my relief, and easily fulfilled too. An ice cream. A cheap one. Only 60 pence. The kind little kids like made of milk. She's still got some of the cat things then. Oh god, are we gonna get a CG with freaking... Okay. Calm down, me. Belle sits in the swing once more, and I, though I don't know how, find myself sat next to her, my carton of milk sat on my lap. It leaks coolness against my right thigh. And I feel my skin going numb through my jeans, but I make no motion of moving. I'm too busy watching Belle. She unwraps the ice cream tenderly, divesting the frozen treat of its wrappings as though it's something precious, like hands the rubbish to me.
Here you go, present for you.
Thank you, milady, much obliged. Yeah. She giggles, brushing a few strands of hair away from her mouth, and surveys her prize. It's a pale white colour, vanilla. Yeah, I did say it right, vanilla. There we go. Finally said the word right. And shaped like a cylinder. But an ice cream of all things? Why an ice cream?
I'm easy to please. I didn't want to burden you with any extreme requests like rare jewels or designer clothes.
Well, thank God for that. I'm thankful for it. My budget wouldn't stretch that far. I doubt that co-op stocks stuff like that.
Then does this work out well for all of us?
I guess. I don't know. It's a bit cold out for ice cream, don't you think?
I don't mind. I like experiencing different kinds of sensations. Isn't that the best thing about being alive?
Okay, it just seems kind of childish.
Is there anything wrong with being childish? Isn't that the best way to live life? Being excited by the small things with wondering curiosity?
Alright, Alice, alright. Oh, Alice in Wonderland, got it. She giggles, sticking her tongue out at me.
Besides, ice cream isn't that childish.
It is when it's a mini milk. Oh, it's a mini milk ice cream. Bloody hell, how long has it been since I've had a mini milk? Gina, when was the last time you had a mini milk?
Sorry.
No, like a mini milk ice cream. You remember the little one with the cows on it? Yeah, when was the last time you had one of those?
3 weeks.
What? You actually ate one recently? Really? I haven't had one in years. I think the last time I had one was like 4 years ago, I think.
When Nan was emptying out, I was freezing. So 4
You had them all, didn't you? God damn it.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
What are they talking about? Milk?
No, oh, okay. That looks like a white banana. I have many more questions about this image. That's the thumbnail. With a coquettish little giggle, Belle dips her head and drags her tongue along the... Oh god, here we go. Here we go.
Milk.
Well, she is technically older than my character, so... Well, she's not a mother though, I don't think. Maybe, I don't know. I blink. My cheeks turn pink despite the cold. Of course, I should have known. Why didn't I guess? It must be because of Melly. I associate this particular brand of ice cream so entirely with my 5-year-old daughter. She would have lived on this stuff if I'd let her. That I failed to realise it could be used for other, less innocent purposes. Of course, why would you think an ice cream is not innocent?
She's gonna be going.
No grapefruit, please. We're not doing a grapefruit, Juno. Now I feel foolish.
It's nice to see that you think that.
No, that's what you were doing. Belle drags her tongue across the shaft of the ice cream. I just love that. Freaking her tongue across the shaft? Wait. Of the ice cream a couple of times. Her eyes half lidded. Every once in a while she moans softly, seductively. The noises she makes are soft and barely audible, but I can still catch them. Maybe because I'm in a state of hyper-awareness myself. Okay. All of a sudden, the sensation about me feel even more acute. The wind through my hair, my feet on the floor, or the content of milk pressed against my thigh. I shiver. What do you think you're doing? Belle lifts her head, a strand of saliva connecting her pale pink lips with the side of the ice cream. It quivers, semi-transparent for a few moments like a gossamer with spider's web. Oh, gossamers! Before it snaps.
Isn't it obvious? I'm trying to seduce...
No sugarcoating, here we go.
Isn't it obvious? I'm trying to seduce you, Mr. Hawkins.
Why?
I don't know. I just like attention, I guess.
You have my attention and mine too. Oh, you have it. So you don't need to keep doing that.
Oh?
She giggles, her eyes half lidded.
Is this too stimulating for you? A little light ice cream petting?
I just didn't expect it, that's all.
Aw, your cheeks are turning red. How cute.
Not cute.
I beg to differ. When you react like that, how can I stop myself? It's only an ice cream, but you're already getting so ahead of me.
Well, damn it. She used to eat those by the handful, my Melly. In the summer they'd melt and she'd end up with sticky, ice creamy goo about her cheeks. And I'd have to wipe it away. Belle's cheeks are getting similarly sticky, but the effect it has on me is completely different. Melly was just a little girl, my daughter. Belle, on the other hand, she's a different matter altogether. Her own cheeks are glazed a soft coral pink. Her dark eyelashes tremble, she moans softly about the ice cream and she takes it deeply into takes it deeply, god damn it! Her lips pursed, her throat tensing, throbbing. Shit. Burner alert! Alright, that really is enough. Get to my feet in a hurry, I'm pending the cards and milk as I do so. It hits the grass with a soft thud. The white milk inside, it sloshes. Belle draws the ice cream from her lips and blinks up at me. Her eyes big, bright, staring. She's enjoying herself. I can tell she's enjoying herself, that little devil.
What's wrong, Robin? Was that too much for you?
I breathe heavily, my chest rising and falling beneath my coat. I can feel my toes as they curl against my socks. My thighs as they rub against the denim of my trousers. And something else too. There we go, there's the 10. Shit.
Oh my, maybe it really was too stimulating after all. I'm sorry.
Belle gives me a look of concern, that I doubt is very sincere. If it was, she wouldn't give me that she wouldn't give that poor abused ice cream another covered link.
You must have it tough, Robin. Getting so worked up about something so small. Your wife mustn't treat you very well, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I already knew. Right, I can do without the insinuations about my sex life, thank you very much.
You know, if you're having a bit of a dry spell, I wouldn't mind giving you a help.
Okay, well... well, that's the end of that one. We're going to have to listen to the rest of this. I cut her off, my voice a little louder than it should be. It sticks in my throat. I cough. I'm afraid that if I let her finish that sentence, I might be tempted to take her up on the offer. I'm a weak man and I can only take so much temptation before I cave in. It is true my relationship with Sally has been rather dry lately. It's been dry for over a year, as Belle put it, but I don't know if I'd feel better even if we were having sex on a regular basis. I don't think it would make us like each other more. I thought that was the main thing that would powerhouse a relationship first off, is that one connection between the two of you, but okay. She probably can't bring herself to be intimate with me, not when she suspects me of cheating on her with Arabella sodding weight. I guess I can't blame her. I wouldn't want to be intimate with anyone who had slept with Arabella weight either. Well, I wouldn't... I'm glad I'm not in that picture. Ooh. If only Sally knew the truth. Arabella Wade doesn't hold a candle to Belle. It was nice seeing you, Belle. But I really should be going back home now. Belle raises an eyebrow, glancing at the front of my pants.
Like that?
Well... I glance away, my cheeks red. That might be a bit of a problem. But the walk back home, not to mention the mounting guilt, should take care of it. This is your fault, Belle.
I already told you I'll be more than willing to take responsibility.
Don't tempt me.
That's what I want.
Say things like that. It's improper. Belle shrugs.
Okay, you're the boss. I just want to thank you whatever way I can. That's what I'm here for.
Right, sure. I sigh, running a hand through my hair. I think I'm starting to get a headache.
I'm sorry if I went too far. I'll try to be nicer to you next time.
Is it going to be a next time?
Of course! I was thinking you must get pretty bored at work, so maybe I could...
You are not going to eat anything at me erotically when I'm at work. There'll be children around. Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh dear. I'm sure
I can think of something.
I can hardly wait. I mean, for it to sound sarcastic, but sarcasm is a little difficult given the bulge in my trousers. And my genuine desire to see her again. I've only known her for 2 days and she confuses me, and I don't really understand what she is or what she wants, but I feel like I already understand her better than I understand my own wife. Hey Belle, I'm curious.
Yes, what is it?
How do you like to take your coffee? I don't know why the question comes to me. It just does. It feels wrong somehow that I know how Sally likes hers, milk and sugar, but I don't know Belle's.
Coffee, huh? It's been a while since I've had that, but...
Belle ponders, pressing a finger against her lower hip.
I think I like it black.
Figures. It goes well with her heart. It goes well with her heart. Whoa, okay. Alright, I'm going to end this here because I can tell when I come back it's going to be a bloodbath. And that does conclude this part of Sweetest Monster. I can tell right now we're going to have another argument, but she's going to go on about, what's her name? Freaking weight again. I bet she's going to go on about Arabella. Anyway, that does conclude this part, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you want any more from me, and I shall see you in the next video. So, guys, I will indeed see you next time. Wow, we made a lot of ground this time around. Oh, that didn't do it. Oh, hold on. Now I can end it.